incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. On the move to his left.
Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Najee Harris,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Mostert now to return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's got a man. That's Marshall. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes.
Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big fella. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Steps away to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Burrow. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return man, Ty Johnson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert now. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on second down.
Herbert, he'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
11.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
This is taken in. It's complete.
This is too easy right here.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 81 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 27, Herbert. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Big 13.
Second and 10.
Big 13.
Let's go, defense.
Burrow looking to pass. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
We're going to work.
Gun. Stop. Can. Stop.
50 seconds.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Grenard. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow flushed out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Now it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise.
And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Prater on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert dumps that off to Petty as running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
We dominate.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Play action. It's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. 2nd and 20.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Eluding the pressure right. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
11.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
11.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
1, 2, ready? 11 MT. 11 MT, tight. 11, stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. George Kittle with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert back to the air. It gets it complete to Harris. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the quick call.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Mostert now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Returning it, Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Here's a diving catch right side. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Herbert. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Being chased out left. He's got it to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here we go.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here we go. 180.
And Burrow going to throw again. For Marshall, that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield, the blocking to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Ready? 60 Eagle. Danny.
Herbert on 1st down now. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is some...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Out of the gun, Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Herbert, third and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Flush to his right.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really have...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S.